by the science guy.
Bill Nye, the science guy.
Bill by the science guy.
Science rules.
Bill by the science guy.
Inertia is a property of matter.
Bill.
Bill Nye, the science guy.
T minus 7 seconds.
Bill by the science guy. Bill by the science guy.
Inertia.
Bill by the science guy. Bill by the science guy.
Welcome back to another Brews by the Magic Guy show. I'm your host, Sean. We're rocking the lab coat today, and I've got something spicy for you guys to see today. I wasn't sure when I was gonna. There we go. I wasn't sure when I was gonna unveil this one, but I think no time like the present. And since it might be one of the decks I play this coming weekend for the challenge, I definitely want to be, have a more concise list and just be happy with the list. I'm actually going to build the list first in Stream Decker. I've noticed that it's just really sluggish for me to build decks in Modo, so maybe we're not going to be building decks as much anymore, like actually in the client. Outside of like speed brewing, we're doing speed brewing coming up this Thursday. For those of you that didn't get the updated schedule. Did anybody not see that? I'm happy to point you to where that is located. Because I basically ambitiously gave myself a full, almost like a full-time streamer schedule this week just to try it out, just to see if I can actually commit that much time and with work and all. We're going to try it out. We're going to try it. How you guys doing? And yes, I will look at it. I actually do have it pulled up. The Arcbow list. So we have things that we want to get into the graveyard. I'm with you. I'm with you. We do have some graveyard synergy, right? Okay, I see 2 Eternal Witnesses. Or you just want to be using this as your engine. Yeah, it's crazy that it just puts it onto the battlefield. That's sweet. It is sweet. I was going to say, you're definitely on Devoted Druid, for sure. Oh, this is cool. No sideboard yet? No, this card's. I mean, we were. I don't know if I specifically talked about this card on the stream, but I definitely saw it and said, "Oh, that's cool." Archangel of Foon Spike Feeder combo. Why not just? I mean, just trying to see if you have room for it here. Probably not. So you're going to make infinite mana and then activate the Arcbow is what you're thinking instead of using what's-his-face? That's clever. Because it will find, whatever piece you're missing. What are you trying to assemble again? You're trying to assemble Kiki Resto? The problem is if you have the infinite mana loop and then I guess you could just play another Arcbow, right? A second Arcbow. I don't know. I'm trying to think about how if you only have one Arcbow activation, you don't have a second one in your hand, you use the Arcbow to find one piece of the combo. The problem would be if you couldn't activate this again to find the other piece of the combo. But I hear you. This is a neat concept for sure. Maybe we'll explore that on the stream. But yeah, so this is a different take on Shadow. This is not completely original because I did see, what was it? I think I was inspired by a list that won a Moto event a while back. I tweaked it. I added some tech of my own. And you saw a lot of the lists, they were either doing Arcanist or they were doing Kiln Fiend. None of them tried to mush them together. So I've decided to do that. To maybe be one of the first, if not the first to do it, hopefully the first that I'm going to see some success with it with your help, guys, and you helping me tune the list. You also have Kessig Wolfrun. I didn't notice the Kessig. You do. So that's another thing to dump in your infinite damages. No, it's a sweet list. Keep working on it, Puddin'. Definitely sideboard is the next place, right? To go. Surgical. And I'm sorry, guys. I apologize. I thought I already had this built in Modo. It doesn't always save your builds. I actually really think this, well, I think this could use a Colligan's Command, but maybe not. Oh, 2 Fatal Push. Maybe not. Ancient Grudge. Like, the mana is really low to the ground. Like, you're not really... 17 land, 4 Bauble, 4 Wraith. Like, that's kind of the issue with even my Esper Shadow list, is I don't actually have enough land, technically, to be playing things like Lingering Souls and Snapcaster. And card seems a little random, but must have made sense at the time. All right, we'll submit this. We'll call it DreadShadowFiend. That almost sounds like a deck name, doesn't it? And I mean, I've seen a bunch of other players trying out the whole Arcanist plus Become Immense thing to try to break it. So this combination isn't anything original, but pairing it with Fiend and Shadow in the same list certainly are. So here's a Stream Decker version of the deck, and we will set. Actually, here's what we'll do. We'll grab this. So I did not change anything. But how are you guys doing? I'm excited to be on a more regular schedule with you guys. Hopefully we're going to see some new faces through having a regular schedule. So today we're going to be playing this deck through a league for the foreseeable future. I think I picked up tickets already for us. I think I at least did that. Did I at least do that? No, but we have points. Oh, that's right, because yeah. And I do have a couple of chests, so if we have some subs or resubs, I can at least open for the first few. That is an if. Yeah, I could have sworn... I mean, I obviously, as you can see from the picture, I built it in Moto, but it doesn't look like it saved the deck. Like, if I go down to D, DR, it's not here. Unless I missed it. Drake disrupted. Yeah, it's not here. That's okay. Happens. All the time, actually. To me. So we'll import it. So what I'll do is I'll go into Stream Decker. I will download the file. Go out and go back in. So yeah, it is a pain to work with Moto, but it's better than nothing, you know? Like, there isn't another place in the digital realm where you can compete and potentially, you know, get into the Pro Tour. Pitch redundant lands and creatures. There isn't grave synergy there. Be kind of cool if you could build some graveyard synergy into it, though. That'd be tough. I don't know how you do it. Like Lingering Souls? I don't know. There it is. Isn't it? Isn't that it? What's this? Yeah, I don't know. That is a good question. We don't have enough Sarkon deck boxes, so throw that in there. Although I see a couple here. Alright, it's more or less the art that I want for most cards. Probably don't want the old border duress because everything else is new border, although technically these Street Rays are old border. I just happen to like the Future Sight border. And I mean, a build like this having Rampager, I mean, you're just trying to get there. We're just trying to get there. We're not trying to be cute or anything. We're just trying to kill them. And ideally, those are 1 mana, right? And this card, too, a lot of the time, it's trying to be 1 mana, the Claim to Fame. Yeah, it looks... I mean, it curves more like this. 0, 1s, and 2s. And we do have a lot of 2-drops, but the Manamorphoses are free. Anyway, although I do kind of like that duress. Even still, the art on this guy I kind of like. Maybe we'll keep it. Okay, so we got our list. Now what I need to do is import it. I know all the things I wanted to do. That's what I get for trying to start it. I tried to start at 520, and I had some technical issues. So we'll get closer and closer to that time. Didn't help that I had some errands to run after work either. But anyway, we'll persevere. We'll get back the cards that we are borrowing currently. I believe it's going to be the Pauper list, which was really amazing. It's only 37.5 tickets. Give or take, I might have already had a couple of the cards, but not many. I don't really have an extensive Pauper collection on Moto anymore. What I like to keep, obviously I like to keep my mana bases. That's not something I would ever consider trading in. I've kept quite a lot of the collection. Not all of it. I mean, like things like Force, like there's no reason to, especially since we do, like to play Legacy on here, there's no reason to trade in something like Forces or Flusters or mana bases. Oops, I did the wrong one. But this, I mean, you guys have no idea, because I've been, streaming on and off for 5 years. You have no idea how awesome the new card hoarder loan system is that they've rolled out. I mean, heck, we were streaming before I even had any sort of sponsorship, but this is awesome. It is awesome. Oh, Brian with the resub. Why is that behind the charity thing? I should actually move that up. Thank you so much, Brian. With a tier 1, that's 9 months of support. Brian, I'm gonna want that. I was just gonna briefly show you guys. Like this is the part of the Pauper deck I didn't have, but we had most of it. Brian, thank you so much for the continued support, man. Looking forward to that Ojitai brew. Thursday, I've dedicated Thursday to speed brewing. We may do a little bit of speed brewing tomorrow. But did you see the new calendar? Did you see the schedule we're going to be trying to do? Yeah, Pauper's a cool format. I think there's a lot of players out there that are like, oh, Moto's too expensive. It's not for me. Like Pauper, you can play completely competitively. You're allowed to qualify for some of the major Magic Online tournaments through Pauper, by the way. I just think a lot of people just don't know, I think is the thing. Let's return also our Esper Shadow list. This we borrowed a lot of. I just need to do that obviously because, well, first of all, I can't borrow the next deck, but second of all, I need to know what we're missing from this one. Like, I don't think I own Brutalities right now, for example. Thank you so much for the support, man. Let me close some windows in the background. But this is what we're going to be playing today, Brian. We're going to be playing a very bursty take on 4, technically 5-color Shadow. Just the face shields need the Godless Shrine. It's a very bursty kind of Shadow. And conveniently enough, these face shields aren't good against some of the decks that are going to be trying to go after our mana base anyway, which is good. Like a lot of the Blood Moon, Field of Ruin matchups, these aren't good against anyway, thankfully. And you'll notice that we have redundant red and green sources because those are the colors that really truly matter. So this isn't 5-color. This is like 4-color Shadow. Just waiting on Card Hoarder to get to us. Alrighty. Actually, let me pop open a chesty for you, Brian. I said the next few subs or resubs we would have, I'd like to open chests for. So let's do that. Yeah, we had a lot more that we were borrowing for the Esper Shadow list. Some Lilianas, Engineered Explosives. Yeah, snaps. Yes, indeed. All right, so I'm going to open a new copy. Pretty much we need everything except the mana base. Mana base I should already have most of. Well, I will say this, Brian. I have some ideas. If you just threw Ojitai at me, we could work with that. All right, so this is Brian's open. What do we open? Oh, man. Hot garbage. 5 points. Chorus of the Conclave. 3/8 for 8 mana. Get this, it gets better. Forest Walk. As an additional cost to cast creature spells, you may pay any amount of mana. If you do, that creature enters the battlefield with that many 1/1 counters. Ravnica had a lot of like really hit or miss cards back in the day. But excellent art on this. All right, Herald of the Pantheon. I remember when this came out, people were kind of like, "Oh, that's interesting." Didn't do anything. Did very little. That's okay. As far as like hyper competitive formats are concerned, did nothing. It did nothing. All right, so we've opened a new copy. Basically, everything that I need, we leave in. We have those, this. Need everything else. Need the whole sideboard. We could go with like classic lightning bolts. It might be fun. Everything except a verdant. Couple of rages. Alright. So then we export this guy. So you go over here, export. Love teaching you guys how to make Moto work for you, because I know there's plenty of legacy and modern players even that drop by our show, and I like to give you guys hope that you can learn how to make Moto not miserable and actually pretty enjoyable. I mean, for me, it's enjoyable. It took at least 6 months to a year, or maybe longer. I mean, there's still little things that are frustrating. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. But those little things that are frustrating frustrate me much, much less as I work more with the client. So we'll load this bad boy up. Maybe I'll swap out the bolts just so I have something that matches the duress. Deck only runs 2 lightning bolts, for example. I mean, it's really interesting, right? I wonder if they have the new promo bolts. I don't think they do on Moto yet, do they? They may not actually release those on here. I remember seeing the new paper ones are really pretty looking. Nope, they have not released them yet. They may not. These are all steps that in the future I'll like to have done before we actually go live. So I'll work on that and hopefully make that a thing, make that standard practice. It's not our whole budget either. This is only about 275 tickets. So this is a relatively, I mean, if you have the mana base, relatively cheap deck. Let's check out. Relatively cheap. Thank you so much for that, Brian, though. I owe you a speed brew. Are you going to be here Thursdays at some point? You going to be able to stop by on Thursday? Hey, what's going on, Ike? Glad you're here. So while we're getting cards, why don't I just quickly go over this new calendar. So I booked myself for the closest to full-time streaming. I think it might even be considered full-time streaming, but basically booked myself for the closest to full-time streaming 70582. I've got my Twitter page double authenticate. Get the little text message. But let me show you that calendar real quick for those of you that don't see it. I may be making a change to not this coming Thursday, Friday, but next Thursday, Friday may not happen because I might be traveling. My younger brother has a graduation, and if I can get work off, that's where I'll be. If I can't get work off, then I will be working. And I don't know if you guys appreciated that, but this right here is what I'm talking about. Just really, really briefly, I don't want to spend too much time. Obviously, we're just waiting for cards to come in from Card Hoarder, but basically, the big takeaways from this is kind of the schedule that I've compiled is pretty simple. Modern Mondays, I do think, obviously, part of Modern Day Heroes, that stream team, with one of us actually hopefully approaching partnership very soon. It should be no surprise that it's Evan, right? But so that's the schedule. I have mentioned that there's after showing if you want to hang out for that. But by and large, those are optional. All of these after shows are optional. So the 5:30 to 8, I was shooting for 5:20 today. I may change all of these to 20s, but essentially 5:30 to 8, 5:30 to 8. I'm podcasting Wednesday, but next Wednesday I may be available to do, maybe throw in something a little different, a little bit of MTGA I was thinking. Speed Brew is going to be on Thursday, so I couldn't think of something that went with Thursday. So we'll do Speed Brew Thursday. Free Format Friday, so that's Vintage, Pauper, Legacy, whatever, Cube, whatever. And then I'm going to shoot for the Modern Challenge on Saturday. It's challenging for me to do that just because it's so early. Oh, our cards are here. I didn't want to bore you guys with a calendar. I just wanted you to know that there was a calendar. If anything, what I should do is I should do this. I should grab this and turn it into a command. At least I'm happy with this part of the... Next week, like I said, Thursday, Friday, I may be traveling quite a ways away. So there's that. But that's going to happen, and hopefully you and I, we can stay in communication so that should we have scheduling issues or changes or this or that, you guys are in the loop on that, ideally days ahead of time. So you can be like, BrewSpy, where's stream? And then I can say, oh, something came up. I mentioned it to you guys, over the Discord, Twitter, and Facebook page. Pong? That's sweet. Oh, you know what? We should make a channel. That reminds me, by the way. That reminds me. That is pretty cheap, 73 ticks. That is actually very cheap for Modern. Are you sure it's only 73 tickets? That's very cheap if so. So let's curve this, and we're going to jump in, because we've got points to blow. I'm kidding. I actually think this deck is going to be a lot better than I even think. And I hate to say it, a lot of it might have to do with the fact that its shell is roughly based off of something that's proven to be relatively good. So yeah, let's jam with this. We're going to do a competitive league with it because this should be competitive. I think that it is competitive. I think that it's powerful. I think it's as simple as us dropping a Shadow, Kiln Fiend, or Arcanist into play, and then we kill them, a couple turns after that, right? 1977. Oh man, that is indeed classic. Let's league it up, guys. Let's league it up. So, and I'm totally fine with if for whatever reason I don't think it's going to take until 8 p.m. If it does, so it is 6 right now. If it takes us past 8, we will cut into after show time a little bit. Like some leagues, like Modern Monday, I want to get through a full league. Some of the members of our team of Modern Day Heroes, they've been seeing a lot of success with putting the YouTube VODs, but it kind of hurts the video if I don't finish an entire league on one stream. Now, our last league was not all that bad. We did manage to get our buy-in back. I think that was 3-2. That was a 3-2. Let's go for a 4-1 or better with this. I think this is bursty. This is post after, looking at the pros, take on Modern with the new Mulligan rules. Although that tournament was a little bit weird because they were also messing around with the idea of if players knew what they were up against after a certain round, which was fascinating. That's quite a bit different. But Gorklan's kind of neat. I've seen this pop up in quite a few of these 4-color Shadow. Three and a couple cards. But it's nice because it gives you that much needed trample. It's kind of like your 5th Battle Rage that also if we're in a really bad spot, doubles as a creature. But yeah. And this will have some fun synergy with the Arcanist because this gets him to 5 power. So then he's able to flashback anything in the deck. So we'll probably be happy with that. Arcanist is the thing I'm worried about the most in the list. It's the most experimental card in the list, obviously, because 4-color Shadows have existed before the cards printing. But just the fact that this deck was already looking for Become Immense, and the fact that this particular threat... Don't get me wrong, I think those low-to-the-ground versions with Swiss Spear and stuff are fine, but they don't just explode out of nowhere and kill like Arcanist can. This has a couple cantrips. It doesn't have a threat though, which is a little worrisome, but I actually will keep it. And the only reason that we would fire off this Street Wraith here is we think that we're going to be hitting... Oh, I am running the wrong swamp, though. That's going to irk me this whole league. Oh, my goodness. Just a basic Dominaria swamp. I meant to swap that for, like, a nice unhinged. It's okay. It's okay. We're allowed to tilt. I'm tilting you guys. I feel tilted. Now I wish I'd try to dig for that Thoughtseize. We should thin first. Probably go with Blood Crypt. Shadow. Can't quite play the Shadow. Can we? That was weird. Did you see how I had a green in my pool? That was strange. So that's unfortunate that we're exactly at 13. We won't get the Shadow into play just yet. Coalition Relic. This has been pretty popular as like a 1 or 2 of in a lot of these amulet lists. Coalition Relic. Oh, I'm terrified because they have amulet. There's Arcanist. So we can get both Arcanist and Shadow into play. And then we don't need to show the white. Try to get something going. Exactly. That's another good way to think about it, Ike, for sure. And yes, Jade, how are you? I don't know if I thought that in my head. I don't know if I actually said it out loud. How are you doing, Jade? How are you? I'm glad you're here. Did you come because of the schedule update, the whole scheduling thing? I think also Evan and Fluffy have seen some success because of... I think this whole stream team is very healthy for me because now I have some streamers that are like sharing their secret technology with me and vice versa. Not that I have all that much secret technology, I really don't. But giving me much needed boost of know-how and stuff that works for them. And what's kind of cool here is we'll get to battle rage both the Shadow and the Arcanist, which is going to be sweet. Scheduling didn't help you? Okay. Well, some people will like it. Others won't even notice, I'm sure. But just being on a normal schedule, I think will be nice. But this is the schedule that I made. It's not perfect. Like, I didn't stream this weekend due to my grandpa's birthday, which actually was Sunday. I wrote that wrong. But anyway, it was actually Sunday. Wait, no, it was Saturday. No, it was Sunday. It was Sunday. Saturday, I was visiting my parents' house. That's what happened. Interesting. I don't know why he set the explosives to 3. I don't quite understand what that was. But I'm very thankful that they're dead. So we're gonna Muta here. Okay. Misread his mana cost. Oh. That's unfortunate. Yeah, I was wondering what was going on there. Okay, so he's playing Amulet. What can we do? What should we do? Do we do anything? Do we change anything? Maybe we don't change anything. I mean, Inquisition hits Pact and Amulet. My problem with Duress is this Well, this hits Amulet and it hits Pact, but we're going to miss on both of those. We might just want to rock Thoughtseizes and not worry about Inquisition or Duress. I mean, Claim to Fame, the problem with Claim to Fame is that they're not really going to be removing our creatures except for maybe Engineered Explosives. So that would be a reason to run both of those, but again, I don't know if that's what we want. Fatal Push hits Azusa. It'll hit... I mean, Assassin's Trophy they care about, right? Hey, what's up, Brandio? Did he think it was X and below? No, he said in the chat that he misread the mana cost, Jade. He was thinking that Arcanist was 3. I don't know. This guy would be terrible if he was 3 mana. This card is sweet, don't get me wrong. It's good to see you, Brandio. Also, earlier, Brian, opening that chest and it was garbage. I regret nothing. Thank you so much for the support. Thank you so much for the sub. I regret nothing. I regret nothing. Let's play the trophies, because if you hit one of their Karoo lands, it's actually pretty debilitating. So that means we're cutting the Claim and we're cutting the Inquisition. But we're keeping all the meat. I like it. This deck does need to do very light sideboarding. Like, once you start cutting any of the engine cards, you don't do the bursty thing anymore. So I really don't think the deck should sideboard more than a small handful of cards. The reason that you have such a heavy sideboarding... Oh, I hope that art loads. Okay. So the reason that like you have triple on Brutality and triple on Surgical is just these are things we expect to see a lot of. But everything else should really be like we sideboard like 2 maximum, 3 cards. I want to try to stay away from sideboarding 4 more cards. We'll keep this though. Lands and big scary threats. And we probably want to open on Kiln Fiend. I think the Kiln Fiend is still in the dark, the stronger of the two. But Arcanist can do some really cool stuff. Growth Chamber. And we have a game to give, so. Oh, trophy. Nice. Nice. That's good. Let's thin and then let's do that. I think we still want to get Overgrown here. Yeah, because we Street Wraith, we're looking to Street Wraith. Okay, we didn't find it. I don't know yet, Brandio. We've cast it once. Opponent scooped, but I'm pretty sure they scooped to the 8/8 Shadow and not this. So when do we hit the Growth Chamber with the trophy, by the way? Like, when would you do this? We don't do it immediately, right? Don't we want to get a threat into play? I mean, what we could do, because we have growth, mutagenic growth, we could go there's like a weird sequence where I get to trophy and then trophy again, right? But we wouldn't want to do that till Kiln Fiend's in play. It's tough. I mean, we might just be growthing and then flashing back growth. This is probably Azusa. So we do have two Karoo lands that we could hit. Doesn't slow him down all that much. I wish I had removal for the Azusa. The smart play probably is to hit the Azusa and hit one of those. It doesn't really put them back much mana at all, though, is the thing. Thoughtseize is an excellent draw. So I'm assuming there's a big scary over there. They always seem to have it, So we'll take the Titan. So the hand here is Stronghold and Thragtusk. Stronghold, yeah, Slayer, Stronghold, Thragtusk could be your crossroads. So, trying to think what I want to do. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Down to 1, 2, 3, 4. I mean, I can't take him off the Thragtusk no matter what I do. We could set up trophying the Thragtusk with, like, if I play, maybe we play Arcanist next. I think I'm supposed to play Kiln Fiend. Okay, so what did he find off that stirrings? Explosives, sit to 2. That's a pain. Okay, so it looks like he just wants to pop the explosives here. Got plenty of self-damage, so no reason to. So unfortunately, that explosives is a pain. Rampager. I mean, I hate the idea of forcing him to pop it. I don't like the idea of... We drew way too many lands. I might just cast the Rampager, as weird as that sounds. Okay, so opponent does decide to just blow it up. Amulet. Swag Tusk. We should wait to trophy that just because of the Slayer's Stronghold. Down to 8. Arcanist. Let's tap like this. He shouldn't block here, right? I mean, that seems crazy. Like, we're a deck filled with pump stuff. Yo-yo? I was going to say we need to make a... I think I didn't voice this earlier, but I think we should make a yo-yo channel. Not a whole stream channel, but a Discord channel for yo-yoing. For yo-yo. Trophy. Yeah, let's just trophy here. I think that's fine. And we get to flash it back thanks to the Arcanist. Now he may obviously stronghold the Azusa here. So I don't want to attack here, or I don't want to block here. Maybe I do. So I think we will mutagenic here. We're going pretty low. But we win that fight, which is nice. Kiln Fiend, okay. So we'll go Kiln Fiend. Like, here's the really important question. Do I really even care about the beast? Because again, we win that block with the mutagenic. In fact, if I attack with Arcanist, we get to cast a mutagenic anyway. So our Arcanist still is bigger than this beastie if we use this mutagenic. So that's kind of cool. And we're casting it without... we get to cast it without having to pay the Phyrexian or anything. So that's kind of neat. Man, Commodore 64. Commodore 64. Kiln Fiend. Number 2. Totally playing into another engineered explosives if I play this out, right? Well, if we mute a here, then we get to flashback trophy. Trophy. This card's sweet. I'm sorry. I know we've only flashback a couple cards, but this card is sweet. Also, I'm dead if he finds Titan. Because he could just haste. Cool. So we beat Amulet Titan, but he made an honest mistake game 1. I think we still would have had him though. And then game 2, like his draw was just bad. Like he never found, or what we thought seized Primetime, and he never found another way to Primetime. He never found Titan. He never found Pact. He never found Tolaria West, which finds Pact. Their deck has a lot of redundancy. However, Ancient Stirrings is only able to find what? It's only able to find Tolaria West out of the 3 of those things I just listed. But their deck usually is very redundant. You usually don't get draws like what he just experienced. So, usually. I mean, every deck has fizzled potential. This hand has spells, it has disruption, it has a threat. We keep it. Good luck. I like how fast our deck is killing, though. I mean, we stumbled a little bit there, but ooh, Humies. We did stumble a little bit. It's gonna irk me that we have the wrong. And maybe I should have gotten Basic Mountain there, to be honest. Champion, Bugler, or Lieutenant. Probably need to take the Lieutenant. I mean, don't get me wrong, Champion is a pain as well, but I probably take Lieutenant. I also could have just bolted the Hierarch. We didn't have to Thoughtseize there. And now, I mean, now that we've seen the composition of his hand, we absolutely are going to kill the Hierarch. So I'm probably just playing Bloodstained. So we'll bolt Hierarch. Well, oh, we drew Fiend, though. So we know he needs a 3rd land drop. Actually, I don't think we can afford to be cute here. Now with Arcanist, it's tempting. I actually think I want Stomping Ground with our hand the way that it is. We start with Kiln Fiend though, right? Kiln Fiend's the one that could kill the easiest from... Well, Arcanist blocks the best. Like, if he doesn't draw a human, well, no, he's got Exalted. So, Kiln Fiend's the one that could go all the way if we get, like, a crazy draw here. Just possible. Especially if he doesn't leave back a blocker. Oh, well, now he's going to have it because Mantis Rider. Well, but Battle Rage. So hold up. Let's do some math here. So Manamorphose, 3 power. Draw land, become immense, plus 9 power. So 4, 10, 11, 12, 13, dead. So we need to find land. Yeah, we would need to find land. And he needs to not have enough to block with. He's at 17. So he's taking some damage off the canopy. Let's see. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. 10. 11, 12, 13. 14, 15, 16 doubled. I mean, it's definitely lethal. We just need one more mana. Which is not the easiest for us. We have like 17 land. But we get a couple looks. We get our draw for the turn. We get a Manamorphose draw. Only sending in the Rider. I like it. I like it. Opponent respecting the Kiln Fiend. So we go to 4. I find Swamp. Okay. So that's perfect, actually, because that lets me... Well, regardless, is this going to be enough? Well, we're going to kill both of his threats, because he has to double block, or otherwise he dies. And that's exactly where we want to be, right? So yeah, I mean, the Kiln Fiend is actually the most busted potential of this deck. It actually is straight up Kiln Fiend. So definitely want red. Could go red-black. Doesn't really matter. I feel like we're playing Pauper right now. That is a 16-8 double strike with trample. Okay. So he doesn't actually die, but very close. Oh no, he does die. Yeah, that's a ton of damage. What am I mathing today? Puts him at -6. So like that's the thing. I think that these Kiln Fiend these Shadow Fiend versions, bleh, with how like ships passing in the night that Modern is right now, this is actually where it's at. They don't have a ton of removal, so we don't want Claim to Fame. They don't have like any, actually. The other card we could cut is a Thoughtseize. It's not as good in this matchup as you'd think. We'd probably be happier a lot of the time with Fatal Pushes. I don't think we want Brutality, although it does hit a lot of their threats. Like when we're on the draw, maybe this is correct. Maybe. Maybe when I'm on the draw, these are correct. Just because it's another removal spell. I mean, Assassin's Trophy is also removal, and it hits things that are bigger. Not that I want to be ramping them. It's just there's quite a few threats that Brutality can't hit, but Trophy can. So maybe we do, when we're on the draw, we want to maximize our... I'm not as big of a fan of Thoughtseize. Well, maybe we just have to disrupt them to the maximum. And then when we're on the draw, maybe we want a little bit less Street Wraith. Against humans, I mean. Against Burn, that's what we do. We cut as many Street Wraith as we can. You can't really cut all of them, though, just because, look at this right here. This is Stomping Ground, Street Wraith, draw. A removal spell that I'll only get if I get a black source, but we're on the draw. Maybe this is a mulligan, though, because there's no guarantee I'm going to find that second land, much less black source. But we get to look at a lot of cards. Math indeed told him he was dead. He was very dead. That was a big old Kiln Fiend. And that's the thing. Like with this... Oh, wrong tab. With the deck the way that it's set up, you can go really big with these Kiln Fiends. You know? Become Immense is not legal in Pauper. For good reasons. Well, it's uncommon. But like this thing gets huge. 16 power. It was pretty nutters. Was the nuts. Okay, so we drew Shadow. It's tempting to shock. I don't think that I do. Gonna let him do the work for us. I don't think that we shock, because I don't have the black source yet for the Shadow anyway. So, like, most every other land in our deck is black mana, yes, but I think we let them do it for us. Champion's annoying, but not impossible. They will sometimes have path post board, so it's kind of crummy to get the swamp, but at the same time, I think that I do. Do we just grab the vial with the trophy? I don't think so. I think we play Arcanist. I think you play Arcanist. We can trample over this. Trample does go over protection. So we do have the Become Immense for the Arcanist now, the Wombo of combo. Kiln Fiend is indeed the turn 3 Pauper kill of choice. It's funny that we got to do it here in Modern. Another champion. I'm with you. I'm with you so far, opponent. Can't block that. I mean, again, maybe it is correct for us to try to get under and deploy the shadow. If I draw fetch land here, I certainly could, right, between that and the mutagenic Kiln Fiend. See, I still think this is better, though. We're just doing a little bit of setup, chat. There's a non-zero chance that the Arcanist blocks what he's about to vial in. And I think we want the mutagenic growth for when we try to go crazy with the Kiln Fiend. So I mean, yes, we could attack and then we could muta because of the way Arcanist works. Like, yes, I could have attacked for 3 and then I get to flash it back, attack for 5. He blocks 1 of it. So Freebooter's certainly going to go after the Battle Rage, right? You got to go after Battle Rage here. But we give him the opportunity to maybe make a mistake. This deck's fun. This deck is indeed fun. I'm having some fun with it. Bursty for sure. Get to do some cool things. I mean, Become Immense is really scary though because of the Arcanist. So for those of you that are just joining us or haven't really seen these two cards in action together, because of the way Arcanist works, you can Become Immense the Arcanist you Become Immense the Arcanist, and now the Arcanist is a 7 power creature. And it says you get to cast something that is equal to or less than its power. So now that it's a 7 power creature, you can just flashback Become Immense and you get another +6/+6. And then all of a sudden, you know, with just 2 cards, well, 2 cards plus the 5 you delved away, you get, okay, so he takes the Become Immense. You get a, what would that be? That would be a 13, you'd get a 13/15 Trampler with the Arcanist. I mean, now I'm worried that he has the Reflector Mage. Oh, he decides not to. Maybe no Reflector Mage. Watch him like vial in, let's see. He vials in Phantasmal Image, right? So maybe we should save the mutagenic growth. That's tough, right? I'm trying to think what we have to play around. Meddling Mage. He would have already used it after he saw our hand. Like, he could have named the trophy. He could have done something. Yeah, but in Modern, you get Metamorphose, and you have... let's see. There's Growth, there's Become Immense for sure. I don't know. I mean... Yeah, Gush is nuts with Kiln Fiend. I don't disagree with you there, Jade. It's just Meddling Mage. Shouldn't have said it. Shouldn't have said it, chat. I still don't hate where we're at, though. Okay, so they name Assassin's Trophy. They're just making sure I can't get the Become Immense back. And we're up a game, right? Yeah. We did a really, really big Kiln Fiend. That's right, game 1. So this is game 2. Yeah, so we can get Shadow into play. That's not the question. The question is really, gain your life. The question is, how do we want to go about doing it? I mean, I guess we just hope he doesn't have a way to disrupt. Actually, should be making black, right? Oh, no, green. It's green-red at this point. Well, I guess we're just doing this for a while. Well, we put the Metamorphose in the deck for a reason. For multiple reasons. Oh, and then we drew an Inquisition and it made me sad. So we can mutagenic the Arcanist. The Arcanist isn't going to be big enough to benefit from the Battle Rage, though, is the thing. Right? He's only a 3/5. Yeah, so unfortunately, he doesn't get the benefit from that. Really hoping he doesn't have Image as his last card. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. So I get to cast whatever I want. I mean, the double strike is still sweet on the Arcanist. It's just... Oh, he doesn't need the trample. Yeah, we don't actually need the... He already has trample. So we still Battle Rage, for sure. I don't know why I'm thinking that that's a thing. So, Image. Oh, it was a Lieutenant. Does that change the math all that much? It does. But they still trample over the champions. This is a fascinating board. We may indeed lose. And we tried to do our thing. Best that we could. So we're dealing 38 plus 6, right? 38 plus 6. That's a lot of damage. Hang on, 38 plus 6. So 44 minus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So they're going to be really low. They're going to be low. If I did my math right, they'll be quite low. Because they're at 30 now, because they gained a lot of life off these champions, quite frankly. But down to 16. Oh. Well, maybe they're just dead. Did I not math that right? It was close. Wow. Kiln Fiend? Kiln Fiend. Kill him with Kiln Fiend. I'm speechless. We're 2-0-2-0. That was powerful. That was these guys like each other. Because, like, the Arcanist already is letting me, like, flash spells back and stuff. We could have even used him to cast the Manamorphose instead of flashing back the Battle Rage. I'm glad that I used Battle Rage, though, because the math came out to almost exactsies. That was sweet. That was really... Yeah, no, easy life indeed. That was something. That was something, chat. That was something. I can get into this deck. That was also a huge Kiln Fiend, and he even took our Become Immense. Let's see, he took the Become Immense, and he took us off of Assassin's Trophy, right? But we still had this just ginormous Kiln Fiend. Okay, we got lucky though there, right? I need to play more decks that have like a nut draw. This deck certainly has nut draw potential, right? Because we were at, let's see, we were at, I don't know about this hand, though. So we have Godless Shrine that can't do either mana color on the Manamorphose. But maybe this hand will pan out. I probably shouldn't keep a hand like this. Oh, too late. We already committed. Good luck, have fun. Nah, this is certainly a mulligan. But hopefully this Thoughtseize strikes true. So they're playing Rock. That's terrifying. Okay, so they drew that verdant. Oh, I'm assuming this will be a tough matchup actually for us. Manamorphose. Opponent is 4-0. Who am I to take away their 5-0? Who am I to do such a thing? What if they're just going to play Confidant? They do. They do just play the Confidant confidently. What do we see? I saw another verdant. Flats. Okay. Yeah, so we kill that. Yeah, I probably shouldn't keep hands that don't have a threat. Sure. This doesn't kill any of the threats in our deck. I actually think I am supposed to still shock, because I think Shadow, although Shadow gets trophied, I do think that it's still one of the better draws. We don't have to shock here yet, though. We can just keep that in our hand. I like bobbling during our opponent's turn because they're also an Inquisition Thoughtseize deck, which I'm really surprised that they haven't done so yet. He did get the Confidant back, by the way, with his Liliana. You can't take this one. You can take Battle Rage. Yep. Can we draw a threat? We cannot do that. That's what I get. We should have mulliganed. Although, I really, really don't want to mulligan against a deck like my opponent's. We could like make their Confidant huge just for fun. So we're going to lose this. Whoa, Spider Space with the raid for 28. Thank you so much. Spider with the double S base, dear friend of ours. For those of you in my channel that don't know Spider, you're missing out. He's a Death and Taxes specialist, Modern and Legacy. Great streamer. Do yourself a favor. Go ahead and follow. If we crack that, we are dead to the Confidant. We're probably going to lose anyway. That's sad. All right, so what do we do for this matchup? They will have a lot of removal. This is where the claim to fame is sweet, the second copy. Things that are less sweet. Things that are less sweet. This is a tough one. This is not an easy one. I don't like having a ton of hand hate. Just because this game's going to go to top deck mode. But I still think that the... still think this configuration's fine. We want to be lighter on our feet against our opponent's deck. Sometimes against Jund, I'll even consider cutting lands, but or it's not Jund, it's the Rock. But we can keep this. Well, maybe. Again, like we could just lose this Shadow, but did a 1-3 and a 5-0. What's your 5-0 with Spider? Some variant of taxes you want to tell us about? So let's bobble first. We have Street Wraith, so we can check the top if we like it. Okay, Blood Crypt. I mean, I do want to see a second land, but maybe I don't. No, we wanted to see that second land. I'm a crazy man. Crazy, crazy. Crazy BrewSpy. That was dumb of me. That was not good. Liliana the draw. Oh, we drew a land anyway. But no, we wanted that land. That's foolish. Yep. Now, I would assume this is a tougher matchup, right? We're 2-0 so far, but a lot of that maybe just had to do with the matchups. Probably overgrown, right? The big fiend. I don't know if it's going to live, but it would be a big fiend. We went huge with this guy several times today. A lot of our kills were actually from the Kiln Fiend, and I think one of our kills was from a big shadow. The Dreadhorde Arcanist didn't really get to be a thing today, unfortunately. Sorry that I'm covering up a little bit of the. I wonder if I should change my interface a little bit. I had a friend of mine make me this overlay. Ooh. Alright, brutality. So we have to protect the Kiln Fiend from this. It's that bad news for us. So, this will allow the Kiln Fiend to live, but then we're going to lose one of our Battle Rages, I assume. You definitely take a... Oh, he takes Metamorphose. Okay. We'll get in while we can. This is still a lot of damage. Put you to 8. We know he's got Liliana. He can't cast her yet. Tarmogoofy. Big Tarmogoofy. Okay. I think we just kick it back. Oh, I didn't see you in the chat, Fluffy. What's up, Fluffy? How you doing? Also, another great stream to follow. For those of you that don't know, Fluffy is part of Modern Day Heroes. He's one of my fellow teammates. Ooh, that's actually a big deal. I don't think we're running the basic mountain. We are not. So we'll just make it so he can't attack with the Goyf this turn. But unfortunately, I think we're only running the basic swamp. And a lot of our red cards are actually really important in this version. Mire. So we can force a block. He'll block Confidant here. I mean, if you don't block, you die. I do have another shock land. But opponent doesn't know that. Don't want him to cut us off any color, so let's go Stomping Ground here. Verdant Catacombs. Ooh, what's 5 mana? That's scary. Well, I'm glad you're here, Fluffy. Lily... Oh, Lily, get back, Goyf. Okay. I'm with you, opponent. I'm with you. Draw a card in my deck. Did not do so. Block him with the Goof. Block him with the Tarmogoyf. Finds a tomb. Kiln Fiend's not dead though. Another Bob. I'm with the opponent. We still have baubles in the deck. I don't quite want to... Well, that's game. Maybe. Depends on what he has. Depends on what he has. Well, no, we're not going to get trample. So, like, basically, I'm just using the Become Immense... Well, we can't let him keep drawing cards off these Confidants either. Is indeed a thing. So we'll do this... Like, we're going to lose if we just let him keep drawing off of those Confidants anyway. I mean, I know he's at 7, so... Yep. Okay, so he has removal for Shadow or he's dead here. Please no second Maelstrom Pulse. We see one in his graveyard. Okay, so probably getting back Tarmogoyf. Liliana. Alright, we've probably lost this game, but that's okay. Like I said, this might be a tough matchup for us, just in general. We'll thin. I mean, there's a couple live draws. We didn't find one of those live draws, but there were a couple live draws still left. Like Claim to Fame actually would be really sick here because you return the shadow, give the shadow haste. If he finds a removal spell, we're just dead because I do have to block the Goyf. I would have had to block the Goyf whether or not I fetched. So we need exactly Claim to Fame here. Claim to Fame actually wins. Unless he's drawn a removal spell. Claim to Fame? No, Arcanist. Alright, so that's game, so you can just minus this Lily and we lose. But that's crazy that the Claim to Fame actually would have won for us here. We have two of them in our current configuration. Good games. But I would imagine that like Jund or Rock or a lot of the black-green X decks, they're going to be tough. I'm curious how far away it was. Okay, another Shadow. But this wouldn't have been good enough because he had, the Lilianas going on. No, that was good games indeed. So opponent gets their 5-0 with Rock. We're 2-1. This is still a very live league for us, guys. But yeah, that's kind of neat how a Claim to Fame would have been lethal there. I mean, obviously barring them having another instant speed removal, but Claim to return Shadow, Fame to give it haste, and it would have killed them. Did I see your list? Did you link it? Let me take a look. I probably will be into it. I probably will be, Spider. Let me take a peek. We were looking at Puddin' Vivian's Arcbow chord deck. This is sweet. Resto combo. I like that you got some Huntmaster in there too. Oh, Dovin? Okay. Okay. I'm with you. So there's stuff costs more, so we're playing some Mox Amber action. I'm with you. So yeah, 4 Kythian, obviously. Rise for the green. Do we care about green? Doesn't look like we care about green. But I'm with you. I like Rise. So 2 Isamaru, 2 Rise. Some Thalias, because they're legendary. Oh. Whew! Urza's Blast. Hello. Oh, this is sweet. Oh. Yes. So what is Karn getting? We have Chalice. I like this card so much. I like that card probably too much. Oops. Let's rejoin. Sorry about that, guys. I was getting into this list. So I like Karn a lot. So what does it get in your list? It gets Sphere, Torpor, Liquid Metal Coating. Whew. Okay. Oh, Mycosynth Lattice. That's why. Oh, this is spicy. This is spicy. How'd you do with this? Was this the 5-0? Yeah, Karn is very good. This card is very good. This guy is nuts in like some of the older formats too, because he's just straight up a one-sided null rod. But I mean, even in this format, there's not just Tron and the Whir of Invention control, like Prison, but there. Oh, did we get there? Ah. Oh, maybe. I think I broke Moto. I may have broken Moto by clicking like on the last second thing. Yep, I ruined it. I think we have to reload. Oh, okay. So we were 2-0. We're 2-1. We did lose to Rock. I mean, I would imagine that that's a hard matchup, right? Because they're hitting us from a couple different angles right there. They're taking our threats out of our hand. They're also just killing them once they're in play. So I would imagine that's tough. We won though against Amulet and Humans, which is good. The Humans, poor Humans player, like had some sideboard cards and everything, and like blocked as much as they could both times, but the Kiln Fiend was just way too big. Like the Battle Rage is just insane. It was too much damage. It was too much. Too much. It was too much. We did too much. Maybe I'll bring this down a little bit if it lets me. If Moto lets me. Just because I noticed you guys were some of the stuff that was... maybe that's something I'll talk to the guy that made the interface for me. It's a little tilting. I just moved up anyway. One land, but we've got Street Wraith, Fetch, Bauble. We'll keep it. Ah, different matchup. Good. Modern's pretty diverse right now, despite, you know, there being some clear, strong choices. Let's still Bauble before we probably Thoughtseize, because I want to see what our next card is. I want to know whether I want to Street Wraith into that card, or if I want to, let's see. Spell Pierce. Okay. Well, I still get to know whether or not... I mean, like, the thing is even if it is second land, which it is, I really do need second land. I might not actually Thoughtseize, because I really need that second land we just saw. Unfortunately. Oh, maybe that's why they did the really aggressive... that would make sense why they did an aggressive Spell Pierce. They're missing on land drops. Now, don't get me wrong. Arcanist is tempting here, right? Because we got 1, 2, 3, 4 cards in the yard. Sacrifice, please. I clicked it like twice. All right. Doesn't really matter what I get here. But here's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking we actually go Kiln Fiend still. I still think in the dark Kiln Fiend is still the stronger burst potential. Because if we draw another land... Spell Snare? Okay. Oh. Okay. That's what we're doing. Alright. Interesting. Well, I'm probably going to pick Scorn. Interesting. Interesting. I'm so sad that I have the wrong swamp for this list. It's okay, chat. We'll get over it. We can fix it before this weekend. Especially if I'm not drawing Shadow, I don't really want to... So the Vapor Snag's a pain. He might even just snag here. Maybe. Looks like that's what he wants to do. He's casting Lore Broker. I guess so. So he doesn't get to click the Arcanist, which is good news for us. See, again, I could just play Kiln Fiend. I still think the Kiln Fiend is more lethal. Actually, it's close. So here, actually, Arcanist is more lethal because Immense plus Battle Rage would only trigger the Kiln Fiend twice. Well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6... 12, 13 times 2 is still lethal. So I think they're both lethal in this case. I'm going to go with Arcanist. Because Arcanist, become Immense, Battle Rage, become immense again is 6, 12. It ends up being the same amount. Again, if we drew land, though, the Kiln Fiend could still be more lethal. But it depends on what our opponent draws here. Shadow. I'm going to dump Battle Rage. Which might be wrong because now he could pluck one out of my hand with the click. May have been a mistake. May have wanted to let go of the Shadow or the Kiln Fiend actually. So he's waiting on the click. He has to hit become immense or he dies. Well, not necessarily. So here's what's awkward, right? Is he could actually take the Battle Rage. Actually, am I just messing up here? Because I don't know if I can put the trigger on the stack before the power toughness has changed. This will be a good experiment. I don't know the answer to that question. This will be a good little experiment. I don't actually know. I think it will check the size, though, on the trigger itself, right? I mean, like most triggers, it should check upon resolution. So he'll click here. And then I won't get the Battle Rage like I want. But then, like, second main will just play Shadow or Kiln Fiend. Oh, he just lets that go off? Oh. Maybe he just has drawn a removal spell? Okay, so it doesn't work the way that we want it to. So we have to do it before we let the trigger go on the stack at all. I still think we Battle Rage. I mean, it's good to discover that, guys. I wasn't sure. Now I'm sure. Because when the trigger went on the stack, the power of the Arcanist was 1. Okay, he did just draw a removal spell. That's sad, pandas. He drew exactly the worst case scenario for us, chat. He drew exactly worst case scenario. So he's got to be like some sort of blue devotion thing, right? Like, why else would you want border post? I'm trying to think why else you'd want this. Could be maybe he's playing something weird like Commandeer. What's the other mode on this guy? That's kind of neat. I mean, I don't think I really want to actually cast the Thoughtseize. Maybe I am supposed to. Still no Vendilion click from our opponent. Science rules. Thanks for hitting that button. Welcome to the BrewSpytheMagicGuy show. Appreciate you. Shoal. Oh, I guess it's Shoal. Okay. Well, we know his hand is double Vendilion click. Thank you so much for hitting that button. Monoxic 1d3. Is that like a... Or maybe the 3 is an E? Monoxide? Blast Zone. Oof. All right, thank you so much for hitting that button, Monoxide. I appreciate you. Welcome to the show. Thanks for hitting that button. Appreciate you. Oh man, Blast Zone. Whew. This is shaping up to be interesting at least. Metamorphose. Morphos. Oh, our opponent's definitely the one playing the brew. Ours is much less of a brew today, unfortunately. Oh, that's unexciting. It's not very exciting, chat. I don't really want to hurt us more. But at the same time, I think I'm supposed to shock there. Like to thin? Well, that's minimal. That's minimal, though, because now I'm dead to 2-click attacks. Now I'm dead to basically 1. Lore Broker plus Mendelian Click would kill me. We couldn't quite deal lethal. Like if I attack, it doesn't quite do the thing. It doesn't quite kill them. Then we're dead on the kickback. No, I think we've just lost this. The double scorn was unfortunate. Well, no, the first one... didn't we get to take the first one, though? I think we took the first one. The second scorn really, really killed me. So we kind of put some of our eggs into the basket of the Arcanist. I mean, usually you know what's going on with your opponent's hand. Usually we know if there's a removal spell a pretty reasonable amount of the time. We're playing, what, 6? Between main deck and sideboard, about 6. Yeah, I don't know. He's going to have a blocker next turn anyway. I guess we dump the Kiln Fiend. I like our opponent's brew. I still haven't traded in my trolls because I think this card's actually really sweet. I don't know if it'll ever have a home, but opponent's trying. Drew a Shadow. I don't know if we're going to get there, chat. I don't think we are. I think we've lost this one. Granted, I mean, I did a lot of damage to myself, right? We shocked at least twice. Maybe even 3 times we shocked. I'm trying to think, what could we draw that beats him blocking with click? Like, we know his hand is just a second Vendilion Click. I'm trying to think, what could we draw that actually does it? That's not bad. Bolt? Bolt's not bad. I mean, we're dead to Vapor Snag. Opponent has shown us that he's running snags. So, there's that. He knows about the Muta. This should just be free damage. Shoal is good in this deck. I'd love to see a list Chimera, but maybe after we finish playing, just to make it fair to our opponent. I'd be interested in checking it out. It definitely seems like a fascinating concept. Did Tyrant Scorn give the deck like necessary missing? I could mutagenic there. We could mutagenic there. Oh, was I just ruining myself, letting him blow up the shadow? I mean, we have to play into this eventually, right? The Blast Zone. This is just game 1, right? Yeah, it's game 1. Thank goodness. Yeah, I'll take a look at it, Chimera. It seems fascinating. It seems interesting. It seems like a very different take on Shoal than I've seen before. I've seen, like, we used to see, like, Geist kind of style of Shoal. But, I mean, now we're just dead, even if... I shouldn't have attacked with the Kiln Fiend. What am I doing? I don't know why I attacked with the Kiln Fiend, actually. It was stupid. And then we did draw Battle Rage. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That wouldn't be lethal though, because we would have spent the bolt on the click block. I mean, we could have prolonged the game though. So they have removal quite a bit, so we're gonna go with this. I think I value the bolts a little bit less against what I saw, and maybe we even want the duress, because it just looks like they're trying to have a lot of answers. And this again might be a place where I'm not as interested in the playset of growth. I don't think I want anything else though. I think I'd still rather have growths than bolts. As crazy as that sounds, I just really like its synergy with some of our technology. Well, maybe we want to mix. Maybe we want to mix. Do you like the idea of these? That's such an aggressive spell pierce, wasn't it, on our bauble? That was just like throwing me through a loop. I think we also just didn't get off the ground quickly enough. Like we can't blame everything on our draw. I mean, on our opponent's draw. Like it did unfortunately end up lining up against us. Yet, like we didn't get off to nearly as quick of a start as some of our earlier games today. Something to think about. And again, that's one of the differences of I'll probably keep this. One of the differences of playing a version that's not also playing Swiftspear and some of the other one-drop prowess creatures. Those are trying to more like nickel and dime. We're kind of trying to do bigger things. I like both styles though. I think I definitely prefer this style because we're trying to play with new cards. A lot of players playing with the new set today. Or at least this opponent, right? Maybe our last round opponent too. That's not true. I don't actually that the removal spell we saw in the first game against this guy might have been the first other card from the new set we saw actually today. Maybe I'm misspeaking there. All right, so let's. I actually want to save. Well, we could play out the bauble, but I kind of want to save the bauble for this other fetch, because this first fetch is going to lead to this Inquisition. Explosives is a pain. The spell snare is the most annoying thing, though. Battle Rage, I kind of want that. Well, no, we have Rampage, or we have a, and this guy tramples on his own, so don't really need that. Opponent might even have Field of Ruin. That's interesting to think about. I mean, even if I duress this turn, first of all, he's just going to spell pierce it, but second of all, I mean, I think we're just hoping that we draw some more threats. But he has it answered both ways. Either the explosives or the ratchet bomb will do it. One's going to take more time than the other. I mean, if he goes with ratchet bomb here, we can kind of strip his hand. I think we're just going all in here, guys. I think we just strip his hand. I think we just duress and then Arcanist, take something else. Morphos, interesting. Green. Oh, of course, we drew Thoughtseize there. So I was thinking about using the Gore Clan. So we don't care about the pierces. We'll take the explosives. I kind of also like the idea of Bolt Bolt instead of maybe using the Rampager. Because I don't really want to take anything out of my opponent's hand, and I think the best thing to flashback here is the Bolt. I think that's what I want to do. I don't know, I'm a little worried because this Ratchet Bomb's going to tick up and answer our Arcanist pretty soon. I mean, maybe we're just going to draw a 4th land and just play Rampager. It's another reason not to play this guy out, because we might actually need to just draw a land and play this guy. So their hand is double pierce. Looks something like... Hand looks like this. Okay, please Delta does nothing. Another Arcanist. Ooh, another explosives. Okay. Now, unfortunately, we don't want to play the other Arcanist here, and we didn't draw the land to play the Rampager. So I imagine he's going to tick this up and blow the... He may not even blow the Arcanist immediately, unfortunately. Depends on whether or not he wants me casting this Inquisition. He would need to pop this before I actually go to combat. Border post. Okay. I mean, we do eventually care about stuff. Okay, so he's going to blow it here. Let's make sure there isn't a... This probably just gets pierced. We probably won't get to know if he has something that would answer the... I mean, unless... we also could just pay for the pierce and get the other pierce. If we really wanted to. Ooh, Narset. Okay. Okay. I'm with you. Narset minus... Okay. So he's got to have, like, Notion Thief. So this is actually... I saw this list the other day, actually. Now I recognize it. Ooh, Vapor Snag. That sucks. I actually recognize it, though. This is... he also dances. Conley Woods. This is the list I saw Conley Woods messing around with. Decides not to Vapor Snag my Arcanist. Oh, no. Okay, they had land drop. Oh, yeah, they used... Yeah, Border Post. So they're going to get to bounce my Arcanist. Unfortunate. So surely you snag here and not let me attack with the Arcanist, right? Like, you don't let me go to combat. That seems weird if he lets me go to combat, because I could kill the Narset. But yeah, this is like Notion Thief, cool shenanigans. Yeah, so he bounces. Seems correct to me. I mean, I may Metamorphose because I'd like to get a second threat in play here. Oh, yeah, we can't draw another card. I'm being stupid. Sorry, I forgot about the passive on this guy. So I just threw away a card. No. We should have saved this for pumping like Kiln Fiend or something. Yeah, that was my bad, chat. I forgot about the first ability on this thing. No! No! Oh, okay, now it is over. Yeah, that's game. The opponent goes up to 7, and we go to nothing. We're probably dead now, right? Right? It's got to be game. I mean, they have a full fist of 7. It's got to be game, right? I lost all the stuff that I could flashback. He connects? Crazy. Okay. I can't imagine we win this. There's just no way. So yeah, like Days Undoing, Narset, Notion Thief. It's cool little shenanigans. So we did not get there, chat, unfortunately. Game 1 was kind of weird though, right? We took one removal spell, he had another. We went all in on an Arcanist and it died. Game 1. They've got to have a glut of cards over there. There's got to be like some shoals. Like why even play on BrewSpy? I'm sure somebody's thinking. Good point. I'm not sure. And they've got like a bunch of ratchet bombs and explosives too. Oh, I don't know. I guess part of me hopes that their 6 cards are bad or something. Battle Rage? That can't be right. To kill a lore broker. I hate the idea. I mean, we're just going to get 2 for 1 with this play, obviously. He's either countering this or he's just explosives, kill 2s. Yep, so there's the Notion Faith. But yeah, I have seen the list. I didn't recognize it at first, but this was something that Conley Woods was trying. I'm not even mad losing to something like this. This is sweet. So I guess between Fatal Push and the new removal spell, maybe the deck has enough removal now. So he's going to kill off Narset looking for something else. Takes Spell Pierce. Okay. Scorn. Okay. It's kind of funny that its mode is destroy with CM. I was going to say that there's nothing I can do there. We're dead. Man. All right. All right, let's win this last one. So it seems as though, as cool as this version is of Shadow, it seems as though we're very, very bursty and we just trampled over humans and Titan. I felt that the speed of the deck was good. Turn 3 kill potential between Shadow Arcanist or Fiend. They all seem to, if we get the right mix, they all seem to be able to killing the opponent on the 3rd turn. But we did seem to struggle with what? We seem to struggle with Rock, right? Black Green X. That's a relatively small percentage of the meta. At least what I remember watching from the tournament in London. It's like 3% or something. Just still more representation than like a lot of fringe archetypes, obviously. But it's not that common. It's tempting to maybe even keep this. Thoughtseize, Bauble Shadow. We'll keep it. We'll try to at least 3-2 here. So it seems like a lot of the ships passing in the night decks that this is actually a very excellent choice. I actually kind of want to bauble the opponent and get the full information. So we know he's drawing a Phoenix, so this will be Phoenix. We can take, I don't know, Faithless Looting. Oh, interesting. So he's the mono red Phoenix. So Reveler. How long are we hoping this game goes? That's the real question. Could maybe even take the Reveler. It's scary. We have Battle Rage, so I don't care about blockers. Looting's the best thing they got going with the Phoenix. You could also theoretically take Metamorphose. It's just how long are we going to let this game go? We know his next draw is a Phoenix. It's got to be looting, right? I'm actually considering the looting. So we go to 16. We're hoping for fetch land, right? Fetch land lets me go to 13. Street Wraith is our best draw here. Oh yeah, Barkeem? Playing some Foiltron. That's sweet. Arcanist. No red source. No red source for this Battle Rage either. That's where this is really greedy. The face shields, so greedy. So very greedy. Bolt I can't cast. Oh yeah, we're feeling the full brunt of this now. Even if I'm mutagenic growth, I still can't put the shadow into play. I don't think you metamorphose. Opponent was considering it. I don't think that you do. Appreciate the damage here. You're gonna need it. Oh boy. That's what I get, right, for keeping a one-lander. I don't know, it was tempting. Like, Bauble, I thought we would get there. We did not. Considering the Metamorphose. But this might let us take enough damage that we can get the shadow down. Oh no. This is like us. We were playing a rando swamp that I didn't mean to. Oh, he is going to get Phoenix back. Probably. Okay, no, he didn't. So this lets me put Shadow into play, and if he tries to bolt it, we're good with the Muta. Okay, we just draw land. Does that mean I'm supposed to deploy Arcanist? Because we have the Become Immense. 1, 2, 3, 4. Am I supposed to play the Become Immense? Let me do some math here. So if I go down to 9, he gets the Phoenix out. I maybe die. Oh, we have to... Shadow's the much more conservative play. Let me do some math here. So we play Shadow off of this shrine. We don't even crack this yet just because we want to see what he does. Maybe I just end step bolt him. Or no, we would even consider bolting us depending on what he does. I guess it just depends on if he taps out or not. And then we... See, there's no guarantee I'm going to draw the extra land. We need one more land for this actually to come together. Right? Become Immense Battle Rage to actually come together, I need one more land. Yeah. Another line we have is you just kill the mage. And we kind of take it, we try to take it a little bit easy while we find our third land. That might actually be the correct line, is we take it a little bit easy, take care of the mage. Yeah. Swift Spear. I probably care more about Soulscar Mage than Swift Spear. Yeah. It is the better of the two in this case. Fork Bolt. Okay. Oh, you know what? I should absolutely have bolted before the prowess went off. 100%, 100,000%. If I was going to kill something, like now I probably should kill Swift Spear just to be careful. It's much better to kill the Soulscar Mage though because of the minus, but... Okay, it just dies. Good. But that could have been a really big punt. Yeah, we know his hand at this point is Reveler, Phoenix, 1 unknown. No, Reveler got pitched too. So actually, he's going to get the Phoenix off. And then we hope to draw land and kill him, right? I mean, if he puts us low enough, Mutagenic plus Battle Rage does kill him, right? If he puts us low enough, this will kill with the Shadow. It just depends on what he does. Yeah, absolutely, Chimera. I'll take a look at that list. The Pitch Blue list. Does it have Commandeer? I kind of remember Connolly playing around with... oh, he's skewering my Shadow? But that doesn't kill the Shadow. This guy's only marked for 1 damage. Okay. Interesting. I mean, if I go to 1, he's still dead. Because I'll just Battle Rage and it's lethal. Huh. Caleb D took a take on it. Who started the pitch blue idea? It's a cool idea. I'm not gonna utter the words good. I mean, I play plenty of decks that are cool and not good myself. So like, who started the idea? Was it just everybody wanted to brew around Narset or something? I guess it gave the deck an important. It gave it another enabler, right? It gave the deck an important can't draw. Like both Notion Thief and Narset give you the hey, my opponents can't draw. That's cool. That's cool. Commit to memory being either CMC4 or CMC6, right? For sure. Is that how the split cards work now with it or no? It's a good question. Actually, I think you add them together. Interesting. So what do we want for this matchup? Opponent may be able to remove our threats, but probably not. Do we treat them kind of like burn or not really? I mean, yes, like Phoenix is something that I want to surgical, but it's not all that they're doing. Bedlam, they're just trying to burn us out. So this is a tough call. I don't think we want the. I don't know if I want all my Thoughtseizes. I like Inquisition. I don't know if we want all the Thoughtseizes. I don't know if we want all the Street Wraiths when we're on the draw. I don't know how many Surgicals I really want to play despite Phoenix. It may still be the playset. I mean, again, they also have little creatures too that we have to at least respect. I don't know if we treat them straight up like burn and we play Brutality. Brutality can really backfire on the prowess threats is the problem I have with that card. So maybe we want Surgicals and pushes? Maybe? I mean, we made a lot of room. So this, I mean, even Bolt can be outclassed depending on how much prowess they have. But I think I like this. We have 4 more slots. And I don't like going on no Street Wraith. Even against something like an aggressive burn style strategy, we usually don't go below 2 Street Wraiths at all times. Just because it's kind of an extension of the mana base, you don't really want to cut. You can't really cut them all the way. Be unwise. You play Suicide Zoo and went 2-6. Nice, Terror. I'd love to see your take on the deck. Okay, we got 2 seconds here. I'm going to put in the duress and 1 Thoughtseize. Well, that's cool, Terror. I'd love to take a look at your take on the deck. Oh, wow, we drew 2 bobbles in the Street Wraith anyway. I'd love to take a look. I think I will keep, though. No turn 1 dude. Drew Kiln Fiend. Let's bobble the opponent before we duress, get the full-blown information. Actually, let's even bobble. So what did we see? We saw Phoenix. Do I bobble again or no? So we'll bobble to get a little bit more info. Blood Moon, interesting. Okay. I mean, that is a problem. Do we actually have to take it here? I guess so. Another Blood Moon, of course. So we want to get the shadow out there if we can. I may be able to do that. Let's see, because 18 down to 15. It's going to be close. I mean, we could also just get our basic and not worry about our green. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to get it out. Okay, Arcanist. Probably still just play Kiln Fiend, right? Well, no, we don't play Kiln Fiend because we saw Fork Bolt. Probably play Arcanist. He's easier to protect with the mutagenic growth. So opponent probably just slams Blood Moon and takes a whole turn off, actually. I mean, with the basic swamp we found, we really don't care about this. It cuts off, what, one card in our hand? I mean, I do care because now, since I didn't shock and I decided to get the basic, I can't get the shadow into play yet, necessarily. Right? Like, even if I... Like, let's play out the Kiln Fiend. Even if I muta, it's not like we have a Thoughtseize in the graveyard to Dreadbore. But anyway, we'll get our free flashback here of this duress. No reason not to. We have to take something. Probably take a Fork Bolt. Because, like, he's going to try to go after the Kiln Fiend, but we've got this mutagenic. But he may just try to kill our Kiln Fiend regardless. This Soulscar Mage is going to be a pain. One left here. This is... Okay. So that's the sand right now. Oh yeah, the Soulscar Mage is sweet. This card's really a lot better than people give it credit for. The fact that it makes burn like permanent damage is actually really sweet. So he's just aiming this both at the Kiln Fiend. So even if I muta to save it, it's going to die due to the -1/-1 counters, so we should just let that go. Same would be said about the Arcanist. Mire, okay. So we'll Morphos here. I mean, Kiln Fiend's dead anyway. Oop. Or it doesn't let me pick what colors I get. That's weird. Huh. I would have preferred to get different colors. Well, it's Muta. Muta lets me flashback the Morphos, which I think is what I want to do. Like, I don't think another mutagenic growth is really all that special. So, green. Just because there's no guarantee we're going to get that later. So he may skewer the Kiln Fiend. This got played. He may skewer the Kiln Fiend. But I don't think we're doing ourselves a favor by not getting it into play and hoping. But yeah, if you've got the list, Tara, I'm sure myself and everybody else here would love to see it. A different take on the Shadow archetype. This is just trying to be bursty, as you can see. We're not trying to grind with this. Are you kidding me? No. I mean, then it would be maybe one more land and like Colligan's Command, as he's going to go after the Fiend. I respect that play. Yeah, I respect that play for sure from our opponent. How are we doing on time? Nice, 7:45. So we're going to finish this league around when we wanted to, which was I was shooting for 7. Let's go to 11. So Shadow is certainly something we could play. It would die to burn. But it's something we could play. We could play it now. I think I'm okay with that. So we get to Arcanist, the mutagenic. I don't think I actually want to do that yet. I think I want it the turn we get to attack with the Kiln Fiend. So I think we just chip him for 1. Okay, so he's going to hardcast the Phoenix. And when your opponent has Shadow, it's kind of awkward. Like, do you attack? Do you not attack? I mean, thanks to the mutagenic growth, like, most of my attacks here are going to be good, right? Like, how would he block? I guess you have to think. So if we attack, he could block here. He has a good block. I mean, unless his hand is like gut shot, like really. So good block here, good block here. Oh, he's not gonna have a good block here because the Kiln Fiend's gonna grow. So Kiln Fiend he's not gonna have a good block on anything except maybe Shadow or Arcanist. We could just wait for a spell. We don't have to attack here. It's tempting, but because we don't get to choose exactly where the growth goes, there isn't really a great attack here. Consequently, the Phoenix blocks my threats well. We need to be at a lower life, or we just need maybe one more spell. We didn't take too many legit spells out. I mean, I kind of wish I had the Claim the Fames in right now, because Fiend would be a great target. Swifty Spear. Wonder what his last card is. I mean, it could be a mountain. He could be holding mountain just because of Faithless Looting. There's the Battle Rage. So we know Kiln Fiend's going to get pumped up from the growth. We want to use the growth on the shadow. We want to use the growth on the shadow. So Fiend's going to grow, Shadow's going to grow, and now we see how the opponent blocks, and we use the Battle Rage to... Hopefully he doesn't have something here. So he decided to put strong blocks on the Arcanist. Is he dead if I just Battle Rage the Kiln Fiend? The answer is yes. The answer is still yes. He's at 11. So he's taking 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I mean, it's very lethal. I mean, he could have something here, obviously. He's got one card in hand, so it's very possible. All right, so we did what I was hoping for. At least the 3... Okay, first of all, 3-2 with a prototype. I mean, this isn't a completely original idea. I've seen DreadShadowFiend before, but I've never seen Arcanist in this archetype. And I've seen Arcanist with Become Immense, but I've never seen it all in one succinct deck. So maybe this is a thing, maybe this is not a thing. So now I have the unique opportunity. I just got a notification that Fluffy just went live. He is an MDH teammate. We are technically done with Magic for the day in 11 minutes. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm not going to host. I'm going to raid. And for those of you that want to check out Fluffy, I'm actually going to pull up his stream and I'm going to see what he's streaming. For those of you that want to watch Fluffy, no hard feelings. He's a fellow teammate. He's a fellow Modern Day Heroes streamer. Those of you that want to watch Fluffy, by all means, I want you to go there. I want you to give him your support, your care and love. Apparently Kibler's streaming Magic today. That's sweet. But for those of you that want to stick around and watch me just kind of noodle around, I'm going to goof off. Tonight we're doing an after show with a little RPG I think you might like. It's called Moonlighter. So yeah, that's it. Fluffy. What's Fluffy playing? I know he's going to be playing some... he's got to be playing some form of prison. Fluffy Woof. Yeah, what is he playing today? Let's just pull it up. Let's just pull it up here. Wonder what he's playing today. But that's what we're going to do. Thank you so much, though, for coming for the deck. I'll leave the deck list up here. I'll put another screenshot in the chat. Actually, we already have a screenshot for today. It's in deck command. Check it out. This is a cool bursty deck. It's not my normal style, although I have liked messing around with Shadow. I think that Shadow just makes for really interesting games. I think that it adds another element to Modern, just in general. I think it just adds another level to it's my 3-month anniversary. It just adds another element to the game, I feel. But yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and raid Fluffy.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, he's playing Karn. He's playing new Karn, guys. I'm gonna raid.
Happy Monday.
Raid
Monday,
Fluffy.
We're gonna play some Magic tonight. Yes, we are. We're gonna play some more Red Prison with Karn.
So for those of you that want to go hang out with him, we got 5, we've got 12, we've got 13. Who else is going to raid on Fluffy? And those of you that stay, we're going to have a good time. We're going to play a little bit of...
We're gonna try a few things.
Here, there's the list he's playing. We're going to... Look at that. New Karn in there. It's gonna be sweet. Let me mute him real quick, though. Sorry, because I'm... 17 of you guys ready to go. Doesn't look like that number's growing, so I will ship you off to Fluffy. Tell him I said hi. Tell him hello. Say hello for me. But yeah, I'm not quite ready to end my show. I'm going to do an after show. We start at 8 with the after show. I'm going to be back, by the way. Those of you that don't know, I have an actual calendar. I basically consolidated some of the free time that I have after work for you guys. So today was Modern Monday. We played this weird, like I said, DreadShadowFiend, because it's got the Arcanist, until 8:30 from 5:30 to 8. I did have some technical difficulties, so we didn't get started exactly at 5:30. And then 5:30, 8 p.m. tomorrow, where you have Tuesday Brews Day. I'm not telling you what the deck is. I think you're going to like it. It's not something completely original, but I think you're going to like it. Wednesday, I'm not streaming. That's my podcast night. For those of you that don't know, I do a podcast with a couple high school friends and their Dungeon Master. Thursday is... I should just leave it up there. I know I want you guys to look at the deck. I don't want this to bore you. But Thursday is Speed Brew Thursday. Speed Brew on Magic Online. If you have a Speed Brew that you haven't cashed in yet, I'm talking to my subs. Thursday is going to be the day that I'm going to try to squeeze them all in. So it's going to be 2.5 hours of just Speed Brews. We're going to shoot for 4, maybe 5 Speed Brews on Thursday. So I know Brian has one. I know that Jade has one. I know quite a few of you guys subbed or resubbed recently, and you have a Speed Brew. Friday is Free Format Friday. I'm thinking Legacy. I don't want to spoil what the deck is, but Free Format Friday is where I'm going to play Cube, Pauper, Vintage, Legacy. And then on Saturday, whichever Modern deck I play this week that performs the best, which might frankly be this Dread Shadow deck, I'm going to play in the challenge this weekend at 8 a.m. is when the Modern Challenge starts. So let's go ahead and hop over to playing another... As tempting as it is to jam another league, I'm going into work early tomorrow, so let's just keep it sweet and short and sweet. Let's not go till 10. I think we're just gonna stream till about 9. We're gonna play some other games. I wanted to play a little bit of Moonlighter with you guys. It's a cool little game. I think you're gonna like it. And let's just change our game. I think you're going to like it, guys. But games tonight were interesting. The Kiln Fiend was MVP. Consistently, Kiln Fiend was our MVP. Period. And I think that was interesting. Oh, yeah? Is that what you want? Yo-yo streams. I appreciate some of you guys sticking around, by the way. I'm also very appreciative of those that you went over to help Fluffy Wolf stream, get some more viewers and some new followers, maybe. I'm excited by either outcome that you guys chose. I'm very disappointed with all of you that left to go like make dinner or go pick up your kids from basketball practice. I'm kidding. Go live life. Like, only be here if you can. You know, you got to go do your stuff. But thank you so much for the support. Whether you decided to stick here, and we're going to play maybe Moonlighter first, and then maybe we're going to do a little bit of Risk of Rain, perhaps. Or maybe I'm going to play a card game. You know, we don't have to just, do games over here. I might be playing, like, Slay the Spire, too. We'll see. I don't think it's going to be till midnight tonight. We did that the other day with Risk of Rain, and I can't justify that. But thank you for those of you that stuck around. That's awesome. That is awesome. When I raid, it's not like host, though, right? Like, we can still stream? Like, we can keep going? How does it work? Because I noticed that the chat got very, very quiet, like crickets. Should I go offline just to end the VOD for Magic and then go live with after show mode? Because it looks like the chat died. I mean, I'm okay with that. I was trying to send people to watch Fluffy play Prison, but did we all leave? Did everybody leave? Is that how... I thought Raid was different from... well, it says we have 5 viewers. I thought that it was different. You're still here, Jade? Okay. Okay, that's what I thought. I thought that it's a choice. And I don't want to pressure anybody. I don't want you to feel like, oh, like you should have stayed. Like, no, I'm done with Magic for the night, I think. And I'm going to play something else for a little bit. But you guys are going to consistently see more Magic from me. Consistently. There will be more Magic from me. But for the sake of longevity, and I don't want to burn out, I hear stories of streamers that they just burn out on their main game. I don't want that to happen. I want to keep Magic as our main game. So one of the efforts I have with doing that is doing just a little bit of variety streaming at the end of streams. So we're going to do a nice, 2 to 3 hours of Magic. Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, maybe also weekends. Certainly Saturday. Sunday I can't always do a stream on just because I have stuff that goes on Sundays, but I think this game's going to be fun. Just trying to update the information to switch to the other game. But yeah, I very much appreciate even just if a couple people hang out. Like I'm not first of all, I'm an engineer. Not that I don't think of myself also as a streamer. Like you guys need to know that I do what I do because I love what I do, and I enjoy it. And so yes, the focus is Magic, and it probably will always be Magic on this channel. That's a game that I can always come back to, But so we're gonna play a little bit of Moonlighter. But there are other games that I like and other games I enjoy that I'd like to share with you guys, which is ambitious. A lot of people do not recommend that you get into variety streaming. A lot of people recommend that you just don't do it. It's very difficult to maintain. I think if we maintain that the focus is card games and is Magic, I think that it'll be fine for me to do a little bit of after showing. But anyway, and if people come in and they want to talk Magic, I'll talk Magic. I'll talk shop with you guys. If you come in and you're like, oh man, BrewSpy, that weird DreadShadowFiend deck you played earlier was cool. Oh, I was supposed to do Decker Kane's voice. Let's talk to him. Xenon, you got a new sword, don't you? Head on off to the dungeon, boy. Alright, to the dungeon. To the dungeon. So this is kind of like Shopkeeper meets RPG. How do I... Okay, that's shield, sword. To the dungeon. Oh wait, it's this way. Read. Golem dungeon. Okay. It's a dungeon available to merchants and heroes. Bravely we went. Oh, I also missed a follow from Zombie Triceps. I am sorry I missed that follow. You're probably not here anymore, Zombie, but I'd still like to give you a little shout out. Thank you, Zombie. Alright. Oh, that's shield. I'm glad we actually have a sword. When we were first in this dungeon, we had a broom. So you want to gather supplies, and you literally use them to go back home and like make stuff to sell at your shop, and you set the prices and stuff. Supplies. Interesting. We'll figure this game out. And I don't know if this is going to keep my attention for all that long. Because I'm actually still really... I'm still really into Risk of Rain. Oop, that was bad. Mistake. Come on, can I just... It's hard to, like, attack diagonally. I don't think they intended for you to do that. Jellies. But I appreciate you guys coming. Like, nothing really in here. I very much appreciate you guys staying. And I very much, like I said, I appreciate those of you that went to go support one of my teammates and help out Fluffy. Ooh, is this like starting a cutscene? To a person of hopefully far better luck than I, my time is short. I took injury from the strange creature across the room. My pendant all but shattered from the scuffle. Check him out, though. I'd say I fared better than he. He caught me spying on him near the Guardian's room. He dropped a couple items when he fled. One of which is this map? Diagram? How did this guy have all this time to write? I guess he was bleeding out slowly. Whatever it is, I was right. They called me crazy. Said old Crazy Pete done gone lost his marbles. Okay, well now I gotta do a voice for Crazy Pete. But I was right! Each guardian of a dungeon must possess a key of sorts. All of them linked to that giant locked door outside the dungeons. The 5th door of Renoka. Sadly, I won't be around to see the door open. To whomever found me, I apologize for the smell. But the diagram should be around here somewhere. Please, open the 5th door of Renoka. These dungeons are not what they seem. Oh, indeed, it is not what it seems at all, my deceased Crazy Pete. Big boss gonna kill me. I was supposed to let them all out. Now I have to chase this weird creature that stole my stuffs. Big boss gonna be upset. So we got a key to one of the dungeons. Maybe. Okay, L. Y. Something about... It's L, right? I'm trying to hit L. Maybe that's only something I can do in town? Weird. Also, now none of my keys are working. No, they are. Huh. Oh, we have to hold it down. Okay, I gotcha. I gotcha. Okay. We have to hold it down. Of course. Yeah, I figured it out. I got there. We got there. We figured it out. It just took a little bit. And it did go into host mode for a moment? Oh, okay. Yeah, well, I think I did the right thing. Ah, the young proprietor of Moonlighter has returned. You look intact. Oh, finally learned to use that pendant properly. It's about time, boy. What are you holding? Is that a chart of the dungeons? Where did you get this? You found old Pete? Dead? See, this is what happens when you chase what's behind that door. Leave it, Will. Just get the artifacts you need from the Golden Dungeon. And look after Moonlighter. Oh, of course, old man Xenon doesn't want us to chase after our dreams of becoming an adventurer. He just wants us to run his shop. Now, I noticed some posts on that town board that may interest you. Some shops want to move in, attempt to revitalize this town. Apparently they need some startup capital first. Would be nice to see some new life in Renoka. Nice indeed. Nice indeed. Indeed, old man. Indeed. To the job board. Alright, investments. Town or shop? Alright, this shop expansion allows merchants to decorate it to please their customers as well as add additional space for their items. Cool. We do not nearly have the amount of money necessary for all of this. Alright, town. Do you feel the dungeons are too hard? Tired of your old weapon? I can solve that if you bring me enough materials. Okay, so the forge. Okay, so we can add these. Cool. Brute force getting you nowhere in the dungeons. Visit the Wooden Hat to find potions and enchantments for this and that. So cool, we can add these shops to our town. Neat. Alright, we should go to our shop though, right? Huh. Interesting. How much room do we actually have? Oh, I'm running out of room. Oh, we get 2 stashes. Nice. Do we want to sleep? First of all, this is set to way too much money. We know that it's too much. There was a guy that came in and was not happy with the price. We should lower this significantly. One sold for 100. Let's see if we could get away with like 120. It was too expensive. Maybe it'll sell this time to this grandma. This adventure guy's looking for weapons and stuff. Still too expensive, huh? Oh wow, we can change the price while there are people there. Alright, well it sold when it was at 100 before. In the example. I'm sorry. Oh. Alright, he's gonna check it out. Do you like that price? Okay. We've got a sale. I have nothing to sell. Can I like sell this stuff or do they have to be finished product? I have no idea what this is worth. Like, what if hardened steel is worth a lot? Let's sell it for 75. I just don't want to get ripped off, you know? There's got to be a faster way to set these prices, though. Like, I'm just tapping. She wants that. Oh, okay, I did set it way too cheap. Great. Oh well. I mean, I don't have to sell it, but it'll look poorly on my shop if I do. So we ripped ourselves off there. All right, let's try again. Oh, what should I be selling these things for? I just don't know. So maybe these were what was worth. Hang on. There's got to be a faster way to. Quick move. See? Okay. Let's see. Fine. I don't want to sell stuff that I only have a couple things of, you know? Alright, let's try that again. Okay. So we can kind of keep track of how I ripped this off. Hardened steel. Yeah, that was way too low of a sell. Yep. Oh, they kind of give us a benchmark. So it was actually worth more than 250. Okay, but hey, we learned a valuable lesson. So fabric is actually also worth more than 250. Iron bar is in the realm of between 1 and 250, so we don't know. Well, if one of them is worth 250, it probably doesn't scale like that, though. Oh, we can just do that. Okay, so there's 10 of them? 1,000? I mean, whoops. So we actually want to do that. So it multiplies it by 10 for us, so that's 100 per unit. Let's try that. May or may not sell, and then the fabric. Oh, these are teeth stone. Yeah, let's grab our fabric. That should sell nicely. I don't know if I want to sell all of it though. Let's sell one, just to see how close to the 250 price point it actually is. Oops. Okay, so this one made her angry, so that was wrong. We are wrong by a substantial amount. Alright, we didn't get ripped off on this one. This one's relatively accurate. Okay, so this is still too expensive. Okay. 300 for 10? Oh man. She's not happy, but she's gonna buy it. I feel bad. And that lowered the price overall of that item. We really butchered that. I'd like to sell it for the right fair price this time. Let's try. Okay, so we were wrong about... So this guy, the Teeth Stone, is also between 200, right? Let's look at our... There we go. So Teeth Stone is in this realm of between 1 to 250 as well, so I don't know what it should be. Could try for 100 and see if we get ripped off. It's fine. Like I'd rather we at first, just because I'm pretty sure reputation definitely matters in this game. I'd rather that we get a little bit. Oh, it's nighttime, huh? Crystallized energy, hardened steel, fabric, iron bar. Okay. Okay. Alright, so now we go to bed. I'm getting the hang of this game, though. I don't know how much longer I'm going to play it, though, before I'm tempted to just play some Risk for Rain. I'm getting the hang of it. We did not do a good job, but that's okay. We made one person very happy because we got ripped off. Somebody was neutral, and then we made somebody very sad. Doobie doobie doo 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 doobie doobie. Alright. Back into the dungeon we go. And if we get stuck, we should teleport out of there. So I guess that's pretty much how the days go. Like, you go out, you adventure, you get some things, and then you open the shop, you do the shop thing. And it seems like time passes very quickly when the shop is open, so you only have so much time to make... Oops. Ooh, we almost lost that stuff. Do these ever have stuff? Doesn't seem like they do. Definitely getting like the classic Zelda or, you know, like Binding of Isaac kind of map feel. Oh wait, I did it backwards. I was like, wait a minute. I just put all our stuff in the chest. That was a mistake. I'm sure once we're, you know, while we're first getting started, we want to take all the things. Today marks my first steps into these mysterious dungeons. They were discovered not far from Anoka, a small and incredibly charming village just north of the crater. And they are quite a unique occurrence. Any number of adventurers may enter a dungeon at once, but no one will adventure together. These dungeons seem to build themselves around the one entering. A unique maze for each person, never the same labyrinth twice. Okay, so procedurally generated, that's good. One must ask, though, if no one is currently inside the dungeon, does it even exist? Now these are indeed the questions. Many right now are flooding to these dungeons to their treasure, completely disregarding the inherent danger of the hostile creatures inside. Just for some gold, some fame, but not I, no. It's all about the questions for me. Where did these dungeons come from? Why do they constantly shift and change? Well, I'm changing my voice for this guy because I'm getting a feel for the personality of the character. And why are they filled with unseen treasures? I'm not here for the wait. I'm here for the how and why. I'm not here for the what. He's here for the how and the why. No. So there's a guy that's going to be writing books and we can read them if we want to, or we don't have to. It's up to us as the player. Appreciate a couple of you guys staying, though. That really warms my heart that there's even just a couple of you guys here. Even though I'm not playing Magic. Okay, so those guys aren't all that dangerous. Ooh. Those guys are very... Ooh, crystals. Those actually sell decent. Dece plus. We are hard. Okay, that's falling into the ooze. Okay. I'm assuming, like, once it goes all the way down, we lose it. I almost killed us, though, just to get that done. Like, we have no health. What's the heal button again? There is a heal button. I don't know if we have drawn a potion, or found a potion recently, though. I don't think I have a potion. Destroys one artifact in direction shown upon to town. Huh. So it's gonna destroy this. Oops. It's confusing. In direction shown upon returning to town. Huh. I mean, we could keep going, but I might just get us killed. Probably should just leave. Oh, this is basically the end of the dungeon anyway. I don't see another way to go. This seems like maybe this might be a better game for me to play by my lonesome, though. Although, Melfina, I know you can't handle Risk of Rain, and I know you're one of the few viewers still here that didn't go to watch Douglas, which again I'm very like thankful. Like that makes me happy. That, let me say this: one of the things that I don't like about doing an after show is the fact that I don't always host a Magic streamer afterwards. So it was very convenient that Douglas went live when he did, and I felt compelled to just do it. That wasn't planned. He went live, and I said, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and send some views his way, and I'm very pleased with how that worked out. You know? Because here's the thing. Here's the reality, right? Reality check moment, right? If I had selfishly... Actually, let's do it this way. 2 of those. We know they're each worth about 100. People are happy with that price. This we're going to try to sell for 100. Let's try to sell a tapestry piece for the recommended 250. And then everything else I'm just guessing, right? I'm just guessing on the rest of this stuff. Let's sell these iron bars. Well, actually, let's go to the... So let's do this. Let's quick move everything here, and then it's more organized. We can kind of work with it. So let's sell the vines. Let's sell these bars, and let's sell this stack. Oh, actually, let's sell a single root because I don't know what it's worth. Actually, I really should do that too with these vines. Until I know what something's worth, I really shouldn't just sell a whole big old stack of it unless it's like something that's relatively cheap. Something that I don't think is going to be worth a lot. So it looks like the prices are set in such a way. Don't know what that's worth. So we will guess. We may get ripped off. But that's okay. Oh, I can't open the shop? Is it maybe too late? Might be too late to open the shop. I might have taken too long in the dungeon. Okay, so here's what we can do. I think we can fall asleep and then open the shop in the morning. Or we could do more dungeoning. Aren't we supposed to? We're supposed to dungeon at night. At night we're supposed to be doing dungeon runs. And then during the day we're supposed to be running the shop. So let's actually You can play Risk. I see. Here's the thing, though, Jade. If I play Risk of Rain, I feel bad because I know you're one of the few that stayed, and I did want to actually like get to the point in this game where I have like played it long enough to where I can at least have the beginnings of an opinion on whether or not like I should ever recommend it to somebody else. It was cheap on Humble Bundle, which is why I picked it up, and I saw this game a while ago. I thought it might be fun. I mean, I'm enjoying it. I feel like I'd have to be in the mood. Oh, jeez. In the mood for this kind of RPG, which, don't get me wrong, I have a long history of liking this style of RPG. This is not in my wheelhouse, you know? This is definitely like I mean, I grew up on some of this stuff. I feel like I'm just swing dodge a lot. Ooh. Okay. Maybe that was not all that bad, though. What is this thing? Ooh. Those are really good supplies. We should just leave. Oh, he's unconscious. It's dealing him no damage. Can I leave? Can I please leave? I have to wait till he runs into a wall. Okay. We should leave. We should just go. We should go. That's okay. Hey, those iron bars are worth a lot. So yeah. But no, I wanna actually play this long enough to where I feel like I can formulate a reasonable opinion. I mean, I do have other things I need to do tonight, but it doesn't mean like I don't want to embrace. Okay, so it's daytime. We can sell stuff. So let's actually get the right price point for, well, we can just put it out there, it's fine. Open to shop. Shop is open. Please, please buy things I haven't sold before. Okay, so that's for the tapestry, that's a good price point. She's happy. Oh, it freezes for you. That's useful. Okay, we were totally wrong about this price. So let's try guessing. Maybe $3.75 a unit. Okay, he hates the root price. Like he was despised. Does not like this price. A lot of trial and error here, and I feel like I'm making all my customers sad. They've got to have like a system in place where like people don't get completely put off by our show. I mean, oh my gosh, he doesn't like this either. So these are only worth like maybe 5 pieces. We have to think about the fact that it's like gold. Okay, so this made her angry. Okay, so even this is too much. Let's try 275. Okay, so she's happy. She's happy with that price for roots. So those are each. That's a reasonable price. 275 is about the ballpark for the iron. Okay, okay. I mean, some of this you need for yourself, though, just for the record. Don't know how much fine is supposed to be worth. I have no idea how much fine is worth. Okay, so he likes this price. Both of those made him angry. Let's half that and half that. Let's put some nicer stuff out there. Water sphere, I have no idea. This sold properly though, and now we know how much these are worth. Okay, let's sell some of that. Really? Okay. So these are not worth very much at all. And that price is wrong too. Now once we figure out what the price is, then I should start selling bulk, right? Oops. Is what we should do once we figure out what something is worth. Teeth stone. Let's try to sell some of this stuff. I feel like you need to be pretty ambitious about how fast you sell things initially. At least the stuff I've figured out what it sells for, I should try to move. Yeah, so it's like a little trial and error. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. Let's put out another tapestry. We have a bunch of them. I mean, we could be comfortable selling a bunch of them now, maybe. Alright, I'm curious what white stone is worth. I have no idea. I don't want to get too ripped off. Okay, he's gonna buy it, but he's not happy. I don't know what water sphere is worth. We could look. Hang on, E. Water sphere. We don't know. Let's see what water sphere is. This has got to be the wrong section. Hang on. Oh, it is the notebook. Am I just in the wrong tab? How do I change tabs? C. It's C. It's water sphere. Okay, white stone is less than 250. Water sphere is also less than 250. These are kind of cool, like, items though. They've got to be worth something. You got any guesses, Jade? Oh, I undersold that for sure. I'll sell it anyway. So I undersold both of those. It's fine. I mean, I technically can refuse to sell certain things, which maybe is the right play. Like when you accidentally undersell something, you're supposed to... Maybe that's what I'm supposed to do. Okay, 13 people come in. Yeah, not a bad haul. Despite getting, you know, not perfect. Yeah, I have no idea either, Jade. Like, I did make some mistakes, but that's okay. So am I supposed to sleep or can I keep going? See, that's the thing about this game. I'm pretty sure you can, like, just keep... I mean, I have to rest at some point, right? I gots to sleep at some point. I don't know, maybe resting is just for healing? I don't know, I thought we healed when I came back to town. I'm trying to play the game for at least like an hour to a half hour, like half hour to an hour, so I can really get a feel for it, you know, like, so we go out, we adventure, we come back, we try to sell things the right way, for the right prices, fair prices. It's not easy. That was a really bad combination for us. That guy, like, jellying us, and then... Ooh. Also looks like consecutive hits can sometimes cause like what seemed to be like a crit. We need to buy, we actually do have enough money for some of that stuff. We should definitely be buying the, there's a book over here. It's this dude again. Alright, so I was attacked by a moving rock today. Can you imagine a rock that moves? I did what any sensible person would do in this situation and smacked it right back. It shattered upon the ground, leaving behind a stone heart, a core, as we've come to call it. It's one of the many unique treasures that can only be found in this dungeon, dropped by a guard unique to only this dungeon. I have to say each of these dungeons have a very peculiar environment, a culture all of its own. Yeah, that would make sense that there's exclusive items that only come from, you know, the Golem dungeon. Oh, I left an item. So I guess the conundrum... Ooh, we're almost dead. We're dead. I killed us. You can play again. Let me try again. That was bad. That was really bad. I could have done many things there. I thought I was like angled enough because they don't shoot diagonally. Let's try that again. Oh, it's different. Let's take less damage. Ciao. So these little jellies don't always drop something. So obviously if you try again, you lose out on the chance to take stuff. Yeah, so they'll sometimes grab you or attack you. Good to know, good to know. We did die, but they just let us try again. Oh, there's the health potion, so it's E if I have a potion. It's E. That's bad. Got a lot of stuff though. Yeah. We're at half health. Let's keep going. I mean, I used to love stuff like Dark Cloud even. If this has some like Dark Cloud vibes, although in Dark Cloud you had like a party. I mean, you'd still only be able to be one of them at a time. No, 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 don't take my thing. So they steal stuff. Those jerks. Jerks. Oops. Okay, that's fine. I meant to just open the chest. Oops. Oops. I'm curious if those ever have something. This guy's dead. Take care of those. Oh. Fell down. There was an item. We lost it. We lost it. There's nothing else in this room. Oh, well maybe we do want to be down here. Actually, we should be doing this encounter every time. Down here, we should be doing it. It actually doesn't seem that hard, and we hit a chest. Oh, okay, I stand corrected. I stand corrected. I want to kill the ooze before he grabs me and then we lose. Totally fine with how that turned out. Oh man. See, now I feel like I want to leave. We're pretty low, Jade. Oops, no, no, no. Aha. Let's press on, though. Although if we go into a room where it locks behind us... Yeah. we'll just abuse the dodge a little bit. Dodge seems really overpowered. And those guys seem a little easy if you just tackle them from the side. But these first dungeons are supposed to be easy, right? I mean, I shouldn't rate the game just because the first dungeon is relatively easy. We can learn more stuff from this guy. If we want to, we can read this. They're like moths to the flame, I tell you, these adventures. So many attracted to the dungeon, so many only to feel the burn. Luckily, if you pass out in the dungeon from exhaustion or pain, it spits you out. Eventually, it's a messy ordeal. No one really knows what happens, but one eventually wakes up outside the dungeon. With only small traces of slime nearby and, well, any injuries they may have accumulated inside. Yes, some have left the dungeons to never return, but plenty have stuck it out. Many enjoy the thrill of the fight. Many look for that big payday. There really is so much more to these dungeons, though. Indeed. I don't mind these little spurts. Ooh, I almost fell down. Little spurts of lore. One more hit. This is a good haul. Should we just leave? How can I not dump stuff? I want to dump my inventory. As long as we don't screw up with this guy. They're pretty easy once I... Okay, so... let's drop this. Oh, I just killed us. Okay. We went to 1. I guess that just puts you... Like, it doesn't kill you, it just puts you really low? I don't know. Let's go to town. That was a good run. I mean, we went to 1, but that was a good run. I think I might just play Risk for Rain, though. I mean, I feel like I'll have to be in the mood for a game like this. I'm enjoying it, but again, it might still be the type of game that's best enjoyed by my lonesome and not Broken Sling. That can't be worth much of anything, right? It's gotta be worth, like, Bupkis. Broken Sword. Like, some of these items seem really useful to take to the merchant. Hang on, before we sell this stuff, let's go build the, we have enough money now. We should build some of these structures. No, not town. There we go. Yeah, the forge and the wooden hat. I feel like we want these. Nice. That was fast. This guy's fast. This builder guy. He's magical. Yeah, we can start improving our gears. We don't have enough money to really do anything else yet, and it looks as though we can't do these yet. Cheap sale box. Items sold in the sale box will have a 75% discount. That's useful. So we put stuff on sale. Talk to me. I sort of always wanted to become a merchant, but I could never find a pendant. Most pendants used today were found when the dungeons were first discovered. Since then, finding a new one has become nearly impossible. It's impossible. Oh, they're closed, though. Wait, are they closed? The things I just did? No. We can talk. Eris. Oh, a customer. My apologies, it's just this book, it's so good. Ah, okay, yes, I'm Eris, weaver and potion master. Come to the Wooden Hat when you need a potion or enchantment. What do you want to craft today? Well, I don't know. Potions might be nice. That's expensive. Greetings. Well, how can I help you? Enchantments. Oh, we actually need a piece of armor, though. I see. Bows, gloves, spears. Okay, we have a broom spear. I'm with you. Oh, training short sword. We can improve this. Recipe is 1,000. That seems like a waste. I feel like I want to wait till we get a better item. So that's easy. We go make one. So I guess we want to start with the forge guy. Andre. Aye, you must be Will, no? The one who requested my forge? My name is Andre. Forge Master Extraordinaire. If it's weapons or armor you seek, Vulcan's Forge is the place. Alright then, friend. Fabric bandana. Okay. Iron helmet. So this makes us faster. That seems like way better. It's only a little bit less armor-wise. Oh, we need water orbs. Okay. Bows. I can make a bow. And then we can upgrade into these. Okay, so it does require the smaller bow. Boy, we can make that. Gloves. Just makes me stronger. These are cool. Huh. Alright, spears. Ooh. Training spear. It's better than the broom, I guess. Monkey spear, fire spear, lightning rod spear. These all have like elemental abilities. That's cool. Spears might be fun to fight with. Swords. Big rock sword, toxic big sword, blaze big sword. There's some cool stuff in swords. Buster sword, wild sword, fusion sword. Okay. I don't know what I want to go for. I mean, board and sword is always solid. I mean, being able to block is certainly useful. Might be nice to master some of these other weapons, though. Might be nice to learn, like, range and stuff. I will make a bow. Now we're broke. Oh, I had the broom the whole time. And we can only master 2 at a time, but we can go like Zelda on this. Alright, burn opponent flooded, but it's burn. Oh, you Karn locked him? Oh, Jade! Jade, why are you hanging out with me? You should be watching Fluffy. I forgot that you love prison. What are you doing here, friend? I really, 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 really appreciate you, but you do know that he's, What? Huh. You do know that he's a prison guy, obviously, and I know you love that stuff. You've watched a lot of Fluffy. This pushes us back a little bit. Oh, Z is swap. I hear you, Jade. I mean, I really very much appreciate it. I know you love that stuff. Trying out new Karn and stuff. What are you doing with new Karn, by the way? What's your build like? You know what, Jade? I saw a red-black control, red-black prison. I was rewatching the GP London, or not GP London. I don't think it was a GP. Oh, 12 post. Okay, you're playing Legacy with Karn. I'm with you. That's right. Fair enough. No, Legacy on. I was just gonna say though, that black-red. Can I just take 12 from those guys? Oh my gosh. They're actually a lot stronger than I thought. Yeah, we should be using the bow. We should be practicing it. Oh wow, it pierces when I charge it? That's crazy. must be placed to the left or the right of the bag. That's a burden. That's weird. It has to be placed in the bag a certain way. Also, I didn't dump our stuff. Like an idiot. This is gonna be a bad run because I didn't dump. Didn't dump. Looks like the enemies are scripted in such a way that they don't just like get destroyed, which is good. Man, I don't know what's crappy and what I should keep, you know? Why can't I just move them all? It's annoying. I just need to manage the inventory a little bit. We can actually get away with a couple more items. Oh, those can't go on top? Oh, no, they can. No, they can't. They're different. They're different. They're counted as different. Okay. We don't want to leave tapestry. Ah! Hang on, I'll figure this out. Okay. Alright, when I was playing Karn and Modern, I was on is this a colorless planeswalker? It goes in this deck. Oh, Tron. I mean, that's fair because a lot of the payoffs that Karn finds goes into, like, you can cast with Tron mana. Black-red burn with Confidant? That is fascinating. That's weird. I like it though. I can get into that. Oh wow. That guy is killed. If I go to town, what do I keep? I keep the iron and I keep... That was really bad. I should have switched to my shield. I wonder if I can block that damage. It was Mycosynth no matter what though. Alright, the problem I have with Karn and Modern, it only has one real target. Yeah. I mean, at that point, maybe you should just be playing a Whir Karn deck where there's a copy of what you want in the main board and there's a copy of it in the sideboard, you know, at that point. It's probably how I would build it. I'd do like a Whir build. Well, I did stick it out for about an hour. I think I'm going to